Alright, back for more MSQ. Time for more cutscene. I feel like there's not as much time as I would have expected for the Phantom Braves to
Commander
show.
Swift has kept us apprised of your recent activities. You've made great strides towards quelling the violence.
Despite our best efforts to determine what provoked this uprising, the truth continues to elude us. Have you uncovered aught which might shed some light on the mystery?
Oh, that's right, there's like the refugee revolt. Stirred up by bad
This
actors.
information does not leave this room. The Syndicate's decision to reject the Doman refugees' appeal for asylum had lasting repercussions. A number of those displaced by the Calamity claimed it was proof of a policy of discrimination. Together with a group of Alamegan refugees, they organized a series of demonstrations to protest against the Sultanate. Demonstrations which became heated, but did not descend into violence. Until a certain incident served as a call to arms.
A unit of brass blades sent to supervise a demonstration loosed arrows upon unarmed protesters. It was this atrocity which prompted the refugees to take up arms. I need not tell you what followed.
We assumed at first that the attack was born of a miscommunication. When emotions run high, they happen. But suspicions were raised regarding the unit's commanding officer, whom I ordered interrogated. Sure enough, our fears were soon confirmed. The dog confessed that a merchant had offered him coin to give the order. A merchant in the employ of Teleji Adeleji.
Teleji Adeleji. But he spoke in favor of the Doman's cause, and has ever seemed sympathetic towards the refugees' plight. Why would he do such a thing?
Know
Good
you of the
publicity?
Cartano Reclamation Bill? It is a proposal to annex the Cartano Flats so that refugees may establish permanent settlements.
When last I looked, that was disputed territory.
Aye. Some might even call it a battlefield. The destruction wrought by Bahamut was greatest at the Cartano Flats. That much is common knowledge. What is less well known is that his rampage laid bare ancient Alagon ruins, of which no record existed.
Now use it for PvP.
There are certain differences of opinion as to how these ruins should be handled, which is why each nation maintains a military presence in the region to this day. Yet differ though we may, we are still allies. Therefore, in the interest of preserving the Eorzean alliance, we have reached an agreement. Any conflict which may arise during the course of military exercises in the region shall have no bearing on relations between our nations. In full knowledge of this delicate state of affairs, Teleji Adeleji proposed the Cartano Reclamation Bill. A shameless bloody ruse which stands to benefit him in but one conceivable way. If successful, he will gain control over the disputed territory under the guise of assisting in the resettlement effort. And you can be sure he'll build an orphanage next to every Alagon ruin.
The man would threaten the unity of the Eorzean alliance and risk countless lives for personal gain.
He walks a path all his own, independent of any faction and beholden to none of his fellows on the Syndicate.
By inciting the less fortunate to violence, he hopes to convince others that the Cartano Reclamation Bill is the only viable solution. His sympathy for the plight of the Domans was not but posturing to gain credibility with the refugees. Of that there can be no doubt.
Forgive me, but what could possibly motivate Teleji Adeleji to go to such lengths? What is so special about these ruins that he would risk his position on the Syndicate, and, most likely, charges of treason against the Sultanate?
Omega.
Pardon?
Omega lived in there? Where I got set loose?
Polygon monstrosity, not unlike the Ultima weapon. Mayhap larger, we know not. It has yet to be fully excavated. Polygon inscriptions indicate that it was created to fell Bahamut himself. If accurate, it might explain why Nail Van Darnus chose to bring the Red Moon down upon the Cartano Flats. Given the ends he went to ensure Eorzea's annihilation, destroying the one weapon which could stay the Elder Primal may well have seemed like good sense.
When first I bore witness to the power of the Ultima weapon, I doubted the evidence of my senses. And now you tell me there is another such weapon, one which could contend with Bahamut. Bahamut!
Aye, we were skeptical ourselves. Truth be told, until the Ultima weapon's existence came to light, we thought the inscription had been mistranslated.
At present, Omega is more akin to a fossil than a tool of war, having long since ceased to function. As such, its true potential cannot accurately be gauged. However, if someone were to restore it, as the Carlians did the Ultima weapon, I have little doubt that he would wield untold power.
Power enough to subjugate Uldar like as not, and the rest of Eorzea besides, which is doubtless why Teleji Adeleji yearns to have it.
That he should aspire to world domination. He who has ever walked 2 paces behind Lord Lolorito in matters of commerce.
'Tis in acknowledgement of his own limitations that he seeks this power. Woe betide us all should we allow him to have it.
Pray waste no time chasing rats. Only a fool would believe that secrets can be kept in Uldar.
It would seem the implications of the Sultanate's refugee problem are rather more far-reaching than we assumed.
Politics, baby. Oh, they're like, sign up for PvP. I should probably start queuing for some of the hard primal fights, because I think I need to do all the refights before I can go into Heaven's. So I should probably be waiting in queue for those, because I think it'll probably take me a while to get into all. Oh, if he knows bad idea. It's coming. I do feel like the primals and the more like political intrigue actually make a pretty good balance between each other. Hitting kind of little doses of politics interspersed with doing kind of more traditional save the world quests is a good rhythm, I think. Let me go start the other quest too. I guess I could probably pick them all up, honestly. I don't remember. I think they're mostly pretty short. They're kind of like formality. Find the etherite again. Hit the guy. Quest. I think there's probably like a little bit of scaffolding on top of it, but not a ton. Yeah, so let's start Garua. I don't think we need to do... Wait. Got that one done. The Titan. Oh, I just haven't done... I've got Bull of Ember's Heart, but I haven't actually completed Bull of Ember. It's all coming together. Might get bonked by the queue here, but been bonked by the queue. At least it was early into the cutscene. Could be worse, is all I'm saying. Freet again. He's back. Son of a gun. this. For bad, yes. Stop. I can hide behind my spread icon all day. It'll never take me alive. Maybe make you do the... Kill these nails with prejudice. Oh, there's a nail under him. Oh, we got it there. Third eye. Where my cast? Cast secured. Target. Oh, there it is. Takes a while. Got him. No. I don't want any of those. Leave me be. Joel does love her who told you so. And you know what, to be fair, they're deserved. Well, that's nice of them. They'll help me out. Oh yeah, I want to go back to Vesper Bay to pick up the Garuda quest. Gonna do that, and then he didn't. And then I don't remember if there's a third primal app. I don't think so, because those are the 3 MSQ primals. I don't think they make you do the extremes, which is the things that Urianger wants to give me. I forgot to. As usual. Alright, I need to go back to Gridania for this. Timing. I feel like the last time I was doing these quests, or last time I went through MSQ, I didn't know that these quests were mandatory, these like hard mode refights. And so I think I got all the way up to basically the door to Heaven's Word and then had it kind of slammed in my face. Which was a little annoying. Oh yeah, can I get bumped up in rank yet? No. Need 1,000 more. I'm not gonna get from. I gotta go to contract. She's right. Is she wrong? Where's the lie? This times what? Scales.
Scions of the Seventh Dawn, on behalf of the people of Gridania, I bid you welcome. Your presence is of great comfort to us all in these days of uncertainty. I summoned you here to share tidings of a most urgent nature. But a short while ago, the great elemental spoke, and his voice was clarion in its intensity. Ramuh is returned unto the forest. Scarce had his words ceased to echo in mine ears when we were visited by an emissary from Little Solace.
I don't think we usually get to hear Sylph speak.
Our guest informs us that the
Oh,
Sylphs
we
too have
won't.
sensed the presence of the Lord of Levin. Though his exact whereabouts remain unknown, we may safely assume that the primal was summoned within the heart of the Sylphlings. Unlike the other primals you have encountered, Lord Ramuh is no raging avatar of destruction. He is revered as much for his wisdom as his strength, serving as both arbiter and guardian to his children. Given that we and the Sylphs found a way to share the Twelves Wood, it is my hope that this sagely immortal will be amenable to reason, and that conflict may be avoided. Blessed as you are with the power of the Echo, you are one of the few among us who may commune with a primal without fear of influence. I would ask, therefore, that you represent us in this most delicate of negotiations. The Twelves Wood has suffered enough. Upon this, we and the Sylphs, and I would venture Lord Ramuh himself, are in perfect accord. Let us not endanger our shared home by engaging in unnecessary hostilities. Dear friend, I beseech you, safeguard the peace which exists between our peoples.
Nod.
You have my thanks. Pray make for Little Solace, then. A member of the Order of the Twin Adder awaits you there. He will advise you on how to find the Lord of Levin. An ill wind blows through the forest. Yet, it is not only the Twelves Wood that flinches at its coming. All the lands Veorzia shiver in dread anticipation. Have care.
That's me business. What else? Yeah. Oh yeah, I need to go to Dragonhead so I can unlock critical. You can just shortcut right over the mountains. Yeah, I also had to do all these quests without flying mounts back in the day. It was a little bit before they added Ramuh Born Flight when I started playing. That was kind of a pain in the butt. Whereas now it's so easy. You don't have to do any of these fighting. You don't have to walk the long way through this whole place full of guys who hate you. Just chill out. Every time. I will learn. Actually. And then I need to go to Little Sun. Hold on. As I should well know, since I just did the Realm Reborn quests on my main character. It was pretty fun. I actually liked the storyline of the Society quests. Good stuff in there. And the United quest at the end was also cute. And low. Okay, nice. We should just end this cutscene and then we can go into the duty. Let's go! Easy peasy. Oh yeah, I always forget that Groot has this cool pipe organ theme until I hear it, and then I'm like, this is good. That was the music good, but like Ifrit, I don't really like remember his theme. Titan has a good theme. And then yeah, like Leviathan, I don't really remember that well. What else? Mugabog, of course, is a good one. He's having a good time. Okay. Yeah. Angers to you and what? I will go be responsible in so good feather. So. Target my friend. I want to target the enemy. cross apples on accident. I just don't reply my data. Don't know. Player. Could be worth it. Oh. I'll be no. My damage. Also, who cares? It was like 1 second. Don't need LB. Mending me. Show yourself. Who's giving me credit? I assume that some people will just commend whoever the first timer is. Job, you made it through. Don't look up. Nobody there. I'm safe up here. Oh. Oh, south-ish. Oh.
Nora betrays thee, servant of Hydra.
I guess to talk. Some giant monster.
Thou art the bringer of light, bane of Ifrit, Titan, Garuda, and Leviathan. I am Ramuh, guardian of the children of the forest. Thou tramplest upon sacred soil, bringer of light. By what right doth man intrude in this sanctuary of the sylphs?
But we can all just get along.
The Gridanians proffer peace? Their words are born of delusion, thine offer an insult. Thou speakest of harmony, yet carest naught for my children's desires. They did but wish to dwell beneath these boughs in solitude. Yet even that was too much to ask of man. Thus did they turn to me for succor. The sentence I pronounce upon thy kind is just. Redanian or Garlean, it matters not. The good intent of one excuseth not the misdeeds of the other. Thy conflicts have brought naught but anguish and misery unto the forest.
As
All
racist
blame
against
doth
humans.
lie with the darkness that resideth in the breast of man. Whence sprung this calamitous seed? In the beginning no such duality existed. Were light and dark given form when man was born? It would explain much. Not least why strife and sorrow follow ever in thy wake. Thou canst not deny the urgings of thine own nature. Knowing that thy mere presence here portendeth tragedy, wilt thou persist in this pretense of peacemaking?
Oh, I'm persisting.
Thou bearest the crystal which I bestowed upon thy wayward charges. That they should entrust so precious a gift to thee. Thou standest apart from thy kin. Thou art the bringer of light, aye. But there is something more in thee.
I've got super destiny.
Very well. I shall consider thy proposal. Shouldst thou survive my trial. If thou wouldst champion the cause of harmony, I must have proof that thou art fit to play the role. Wither mine ire, and prove to me thereby that thou hast strength enough to stay the darkness which threateneth to consume thee. Yet if thou shouldst be found wanting, know that all men shall perish in the storm of my judgment.
I like this recontextualization of the boss fight a little bit.
Come to me, bringer of light. I shall await thee on the field of battle.
You know, they call them trials, but this is the first time it's actually been a trial.
Urianger, it is rare indeed to find you so far from a tome.
Damn, she hit him with a look who came out of his room.
The Lord of Levin himself. Never till this day had I looked upon his visage, save in painted renderings made faint by time. Ever shall this scene remain etched in my mind's eye. Beg pardon, my lady. I must beg thine aid on a point of research. If thou art resolved to face Lord Ramuh, I would ask thy leave to observe the event.
It's no never mind to me. Nobody. I guess I can go back to Vespa Bay. Yep. Hard Titan. While I wait for this party to fill. I don't think I'll have to wait long, mind you, but gotta stay active. Full barding. It's Sphina? Oh, maybe it's Cosmos. Stola is gonna give me the... hidden quest? Maybe, but... it is. Stola loves to yap. We're cutting a little close on that. You know, we got the quest. We're good to go. Strike that tree. Thunder. Alright, clocks we gotta take. Please, hold the boss. I love an ad for it, don't we, folks? Oh, there's a good one. Oh, I got slapped again. Oh, then someone needs to come get me. That's fine. Okay. You. I think I just want to make sure that I'm outside of his little radius so that he doesn't with one of those on accident. Inefficiency. Huzzah! Huzzah! Ooh, commendation. To be fair, I did do ads, and I did, like, well,
taken thy measure, bringer of light.
I kind of screwed up the terror by putting myself in, like, Narnia to get rescued, but...
And I judge thee a worthy champion. The task of excising the sin that hath taken root in man's heart is thine.
Go fix human nature. Yeah, you got it, man. I'm on it.
Not from employing thy strength in service to the forest and the wider realm beyond. Like hungering shadows do the enemies of harmony gather, and meekness will but feed them. If man is to be delivered from the dark, it shall be by thy guiding light alone. Stray not from the path, for if thou dost, thy people shall be truly lost.
Thou hast slain the Lord of Levin. A regrettable act, but a necessary one. In witnessing thy struggle, a truth hath been revealed unto me. If I mistake not, it may yet prove a chink in the eternal armor of the Ascians. But let us conclude our present business. I shall expound upon my findings at the Rising Stones anon.
I'm sure you will, man. Brother loves to expound. We got him. Let's do this first. Then I'll probably take a detour to Limsa to pick up the Titan quest. Before I go here, Riange's Yap session. I probably want combat soon, so I can just stay on my logistics bar. Oh, let's keep her with. I gotta talk to my friends. Where
You
you
are
stole
returned to us,
cynicism,
dear
missing the
friend,
mark.
and none the worse for bearing the heavy burden which I did press upon you. Most glad am I of this. I am informed that your efforts to negotiate a peace with Lord Ramuh ended in conflict. Pray tell me, what befell? Ramuh made trial of you? I fear there is truth to his claim. It is the darkness within us that attracts the darkness without. It cannot be denied that misfortune follows man. For evidence, one need only look to the conflict brewing in Cartano, or to the rising flood of refugees. Our shared struggle against the Empire should have served to seal our union. Yet the ties which bind the Alliance strain under the weight of gross self-interest. As the scars of the calamity begin to fade, so too does our sense of common purpose. Yet now is scarce the time to forget our shared responsibility. If this new-sprung realm is to survive beyond its infancy, it must needs be nurtured by all. Eorzea must be as one. Yet I fear that dream is still far off. On behalf of the people of Gridania and the elementals both, I thank you for all that you and your fellow scions have done. Full oft have I been compelled to look to you for aid of late, and offered all too little in return. As leader of this nation, I shall endeavor to prove a more worthy ally to your cause henceforth. Lord Ramuh has departed, yet the keening of this ill wind grows no less insistent. Voices
You got a lot
of
of
the
problems.
forest, pray speak and I shall listen. What unseen evil begets this unease in my heart?
And so, fine. No, shall not. We shall instead go to Limsa. Got a path through the air. Another one that I know well the location of. Teleport settings are there? Oh. Oh, I can set. I do this like manually. I'm like, I set my gil allowance. Oh, you can do by expansion too? Good to know. I usually do it by like vibes allowance. Usually it's like if it's over 400 or 500 gil, I'll snap off the ticket. But I like to leave myself the option. Sometimes you want to not even spend 200 or 300 gil. And you just want to pay that money. Save those tickets. Honestly, probably don't really need to be nearly as stingy as I am. Because all I have to do is do Masked Carnival. We can be big chillin'. Can't really avoid under here. I think I can just walk by. I don't think they dismount me. So I can just kind of ignore them. Like, bye. You come in peace. I don't want any trouble. Oh, I do need a map, actually. I was like, it's kind of vibes-based navigation here. Right. And here, and then down there. Figuring it out. That's right, we have to come in this way because the door at that end is. Touch me. No, you touched me. It's alright. This was my idea, man. Alright, I don't need to go to Vesper, I need to go. We're down now. What's up, son? We just have one. We're cruising through this path. Time for the PowerPoints presentation on the nature of the soul. And Philia gives the presentation. Maybe she does it to explain all the
Everyone is ready.
ramble
Let
that
us begin.
Riange is about to drop on us.
Urianger, the floor is yours.
As all here assembled now know, in its final hours as our Order's headquarters, the Waking Sands did play host to a most unexpected visitor. I speak of the Ascian clad in white, Elidibus. Unwelcome though his presence was, his words that day did serve to confirm a truth long suspected, that the Ascians are eternal beings, to whom physical destruction is as a temporary inconvenience.
In the intervening time, Urianger and I have striven to discover a means by which the Ascians might more permanently be slain.
And 'tis my belief that we have found the thread that will allow us to unravel the twisted skein of their existence. In the moments prior to Leviathan's most recent manifestation, the Sahagin elder who summoned him was observed to undergo some manner of ascension. The etheric readings taken by Y'shtola at the time of this transfiguration have proven most enlightening.
The disruption to the flow of ether was sudden and dramatic. So tangible was the agitation, I scarce had need of my goggles.
The significance of Yashtola's readings might better be understood in the context of mine own, taken at the instant of the Lord of Levin's demise. Unlike the primal, the Sahagin was not subject to etheric dissipation.
Before discussing our new discoveries, it may benefit us all to recall what we know of etheric behavior.
Please recall. PowerPoint time!
Let us begin at what some might call the end. When we who dwell in the material realm die, our spirits dissolve into the flow of ether and are returned to the ethereal realm. In turn, the restless energy which suffuses that plane streams back into our world, giving rise to new life.
'Tis as the heavens did decree, the way of all mortal souls.
Oh. I have to skip a lot of that cutscene next time around. But you know what? We got all our homework done, so I think that's worth it. Farewell. Flymo. We made it up. Oh no, come back! The dot's persistent. Looking at me. I wanted more winners. Jailbreak. I'll admit it. No, I could have went through it earlier. Everybody wants to go with that ground. We got him. It cracked. A greater key of Titan. Weapons. I see. Alright. Now we'll see how nice this plays with aggressively skipping dialogue. We need to wait until Urianger starts hitting his marks. I'm afraid that I can't. This doesn't skip animations, I don't think. So, stuff like this, yeah, there's no way past in some ways.
And in the
We can only do so much. Oh.
the significant.
Yeah, all the hard mode fight or all the hard mode quests are very short, which is nice. So they're all right away now.
Let us.
Cycle of life and death. Ah.
In turn, the resonant.
Whole stuff.
'Tis as the heavens did decree, the way of all mortal soul. Twixt this world and the next do the ethereal currents swirl, bearing the very essence of life. Thus doth the cycle of birth, death, and rebirth continue unabated.
Primals behave somewhat differently. In order to manifest and then maintain a physical presence in this realm, they must consume vast quantities of ether, most often in the form of crystals. Though they may seem to live, their flesh is but ether given shape. Thus, a defeated primal leaves behind no broken corpse. Rather, the essence of its form seeps back into the land whence it came, and the energy of its shattered spirit is called back to the ethereal realm.
And there it waiteth, till next the prayers of
He
the
looks really
faithful
weird
do
looking at the
draw
camera.
it forth from the sea of ether, to take their offering of crystals and make for itself a new body.
Which brings us on to the third group, the so-called immortals. They exist in a manner all their own.
Quite. Even as the Sahagin Elder fell to the Admiral's musket shot, I witnessed the release of an ethereal cloud, which immediately took possession of a nearby minion.
A soul that dissipateth not upon the death of the flesh.
The secret of life everlasting, and in the claws of a Sahagin no less. But I wonder, what would happen to one of these obstinate spirits should there be no suitable host for it to claim?
If mortal death entails a return to the ethereal realm, it seems doubtful that the soul of an immortal would venture there.
Nay, it merely withdraweth a distance, unto the shore of the ethereal sea, perchance, but no further.
Yes, it exists in neither this realm nor the next, abiding instead in the space that lies between them. The Asians took control of Thancred by means of a crystal of darkness, an artifact which, if our theories are correct, serves as a gateway to the place I have just described.
I was hoping people had forgotten about that.
I am sorry, my friend.
We have to say it for the sake of completeness.
For a mercy, the weary road of our research hath brought us unto an answer.
The Sahagin ascended to an immortal state, but he did not possess a crystal of darkness through which to flee this realm. Thus was he consumed by Leviathan. If we could entrap the spirits of defeated Asians in like manner, and thereby deny them resurrection...
Gotcha. Where do you think you're going?
Therein lieth the path to victory. Thou art most perceptive, my lady. Only when we have trapped the bodiless soul within an ethereal prison can we hope to defeat its unnatural constancy. Thus might even an eternal paragon be consigned to oblivion.
These feats are, of course, far easier said than done. At present, we lack a viable means to entrap and extinguish an Ascian soul. Yet, I believe it to be possible. The pieces of the puzzle lie before us. We have but to put them together.
I will depart at once to convene with the sages of Sharlayan. Together shall we divine the steps by which our goals may be achieved.
I have the utmost faith in you, Archon.
Beg pardon, antecedent, but I would raise one final matter. Even now, a Sharlayan survey party seeketh to ascertain the fate of the students of Baldessian.
Yeah, they gotta wait a couple expansions,
Their
sorry.
findings shall soon be known to us. Though you harbor feelings of dread, I bid you surrender not to sorrow, but abide instead in hopeful prayer.
I shall, Archon. Thank you.
We're really on the titles train. Oh, I've had my splits there. Everything I do is technically preparing me for this. Oh, I forgot that they have their little Organization 13 place there where they hang out. These primals aren't doing that much. And Ramuh just sat there and took it. I forgot that we got to see Zodiark. Like a cool statue of him. I mean, I did save the world. Oh, yeah, get lost. Kick rocks, Alfie, now. You need a second secret society. Hey, she got us doing paperwork? Like, 10 of us. How many records do we need? Also, we don't answer to anybody. Who are we reporting to? Getting to know the town. Hang out with the kiddos. Children. Children are expected. This is actually probably a pretty good place for a break, considering we seem to have wrapped up one large chapter. I guess we're not quite at the end of the patch, but and we will be a ways out from it. All the same, seems like a good place to stretch my legs, etc. I'll be back. Okay, let's do us some questing. The Adventurers Guild. Mr. Boulder. But if they had a chaperone... You're on, brother. Tournament arc. I don't know if it counts, but you know, they'll take whatever they can get at this point, probably. Old Hoary Boulder. I've heard what you've been up to. Don't be scapped. Oh no, he's just like, I'm here for the show. Bring it on, brother. Had a whole dang crew. More spectators. Orpheus is fighting Neo. He's got the kids on his side. Oh, I don't like how much HP I'm taking off this guy. Oh no! I'm gonna wait out my freaking like their shoes with me. I'm gonna go after this guy. Alright. Nothing personal, but it's the laws of the jungle. We gotta take out the splits first. Rules of nature out here. Are Ida and Thancred gonna jump in too? That'd be very good, honestly. Body is ready. Not bad, mate, not bad. Gotta help him up. Give him the hand. GG, shake my hand. I have a failed secret society to start. He doesn't realize is he is also a struggling, self-involved person. You aren't the exception. Of course, that's what you have to figure out over the course of this whole little plot line, but you know, this is where it starts. You gotta learn the hard way, man. You gotta try and be like, look, if I can build something untrammeled by any limitations, I can solve all the problems you get. Man, you can't. But nobody ever believes you when you say so, so you gotta let them work it out themselves. This is another place that's really nice to navigate. Just enough cliffs and other stuff that not having to deal with that is good. Well, you know. What can I say? Sort of United Nations. Only these nations could be united. He's like, this job sucks. You want to come with? And I'm like, no, dude. Let me go punch stuff. Chez le minutieux. The National Guard. Alright, there's stairs up right here. Start here. Down the Marauders Guild. Pirate hangout? What is this? Still there? Not coming up there, just talk to me from here. We're trying to recruit this guy. Yeah, this guy's like in charge. He's busy. Got a whole thing going on. We're just gonna pull up on him and be like, hey, join our cool National Guard club. Pirates. There's also a pirate. A different pirate. Yeah, we already did. Bad news for Alfino. It's getting gunned down. Outspoken. They don't care. A shortcut up there. Still taking it. Shauna. We got one. A pretty top tier pull too, honestly. Former Company of Heroes is no joke on the old resume. Resume. I don't remember if this will take us closer to Netherite, but I'm curious to find out. Not particularly. It seems like it's about equidistant, if I just want. And then the airship dock. Let's get to them from here. The bulwark hall. I think so, yeah. I think this goes up to the wench and to the... My mental map is intact. We got one. I might as well just take the airship. Here. Why not? I feel like they could have made these all separate quests. I don't know if that's like good or bad in the long run, but it does feel like this is going to be one really long quest. And it would have been kind of nice to have had like official broken up pieces of it. 1, 2, 3, 4. Oh, these are all kind of a nice cluster. I guess Gridania is also just not as weirdly spiderwebby and sprawling. I mean, it kind of is Limsa, but it's usually like the outlying stuff. It makes sense. Like the Botanist Guild is on the edge of town. The Conjurers Guild is on the edge of town. Like, okay, I get that. Horrendous. Ah, classic. They were really getting the best of the best here. Certainly has a lot of incentive to change this, so maybe he really has turned over a new leaf. Hey, we got 2 this time. We're breaking records already. Smashing our... It's a funny thing to come around the corner to. It's a jumping bird. You get the butler? Is that who's up here? It is the butler. Okay, well, he doesn't want to join anyway, but I am as confused as he was by the fact that we're extending the invitation to him. Damn, how are we gonna organize our organization if we don't have people organize it? Come on. Former wood whaler is an extremely charitable way to say guy who got kicked out for being a traitor. Ugh. Oh, the hosting strip should take me pretty close to where I need to be anyway. Yeah, it dumps me out right here, and then I can walk across this rotunda. You know you jump down there, right? I don't want to go down anyway. Oh, they do let me fall down here. That's cool. We'll start way over here first, and then I'll ether right over to a more concentrated clump of things. Another guild person. Oh, this is the... Oh, this is somebody at the arena. He's ready. Hitting the miners here? What's the big idea? Oh, not the miners guild. Up here. I can't get a nun on side. Busy being a nun. Oh, we were really just extending the branch to anybody, huh? Yeah, somebody's got to make our uniforms, right? Handebert. Dude, if everybody already knows we're screwed, that would be fun. Alpina's like, I didn't think it would hurt that bad if I just took their money. Real. I'll go at one hit here. On the Eden kid. Oh yeah, I need to go here. Go back upstairs to your shop. Back out the way I came in. Oh wait, no. Not the airship. Over here. Finances secure. This is a literary technique known as foreshadowing. Well, it's better or worse that he knows, and it's just like, we send it.
Tell me, General, what think you of Alfino's bold endeavor?
I think it is more than bold, Your Grace. His organization would pave the way for a united Eorzea. Well do I understand his impatience, since facing the common threat of the Ultima weapon, our nations have seemed farther apart, not closer together. Considering the many problems we face, should we not be glad that someone else is taking the initiative?
Can't someone else do it?
We have all pledged our cooperation, yet the grumbling continues behind closed doors. Ul'dah is not alone in her duplicity. I myself have doubts as to the good this organization will achieve. With the inclusion of the finest soldiers of the 3 grand companies, it promises to be a fearsome military body. But whom will it serve? Even under the watchful gaze of the Scions, it is not unthinkable that such a force could perpetrate a great wrong. Does it not concern you that a significant proportion of its financial backing came from the coffers of the Syndicate? That those unprincipled worms might forge this extraordinary gathering of warriors into a private army?
I have trust in the Scions, Your Grace. They have spared us no end of trouble at the hands of the primals. If they seek reinforcements, I deem it unwise to deny them. As for their finances, full many gave generously. And though our nobles proffered a sizable sum, their coin did not spill from the pockets of Lolorito and his cronies. And what of the presence of our stalwart adventurer friend in this endeavor? I doubt the Warrior of Light would betray our cause.
Yes, there is that, I suppose. Yet I have known people to change. Whether we will or no, the events of the age hurl us this way and that, like a dust devil skipping across the sands. Cannot be done about Telechi?
I have explored all avenues available to us, Your Grace. But as Ul'dah law now stands, we lack the evidence to convict him of any crime. To arrest him on spurious grounds would only play into his hands.
Spurious.
He has all but committed treason, and yet we can do nothing? Then what good our government? What worth the royal house? How deplorable this mockery of justice!
Have faith, Your Grace. It is not over.
Well, we're off to a ripping start with that vote of confidence. Doing chores. You know, I mean, this is like a begrudging thing. I think it's fun to do. What good a hero of the realm is not able to, you know, go to the grocery store and do a little fetch quest? Ahem. Going back to Orshafon. Yeah, boy. Warm up the cocoa.
The incident with the new frontier hands? No, you need not elaborate. I have been following their progress with no small amount of interest. Brave men and women all. They do our nation a great service. The existence of a fortified outpost in Mordona will do much to dissuade the Empire from trespassing on Kurth's soil. Right glad am I that you have chosen to lend your support to this endeavor. Never let it be said that House Fortom does not acknowledge the efforts of her allies, or her debts. 'Twas in the spirit of gratitude that I arranged for sundry supplies to be delivered to Revenant's Toll. the shipment should chance to be waylaid by heretics is poor fortune indeed. Poor fortune, I say, yet not without precedent. If you would know the truth of it, these incorrigible villains grow more organized with each passing day. This new unity of purpose we attribute to their leader, the Lady Iceheart. But though I have devoted significant resources to the task of identifying this woman, we have yet to learn so much as her birth name. What we do know is that the heretics speak of Iceheart in reverent tones, and would gladly embrace death rather than betray her. Such loyalty is rare indeed, and I fear to imagine what so committed a collective might achieve. The brigands have not yet been so brazen as to risk direct confrontation here in Dragonhead. Some few of their number have, however, been sighted not far to the west of here, and with ever-increasing regularity. A visit to Whitebrim Front may bring you the answers you seek. Will you brave the snows, knowing what implacable foes may lie in wait?
Better believe I'll
Alone's
brave.
blessings be upon you. Though I take no pride in the admission, many of mine own countrymen are not so well suited as you adventurers to dealing with such foes. Were they dragons, it might be otherwise. But truly, I could not wish for a finer ally. You have done much for my house in the past, and I have no doubt but that I shall have cause to celebrate your deeds again ere long. Should you learn aught of value, pray return to me forthwith. A warm hearth and a warmer welcome shall be waiting for you.
Straight burn west of it. So it would seem. Stairs. Stars. Ooh. Like they've been tempered, perhaps? This is oh, snowblow time. Oh yeah, we do Shiva and then Keeper of the Lake. Oh, we gotta go out. You guys up there. combo. Crocodile. Rocco. Don't scoff at me. Back to point. Yeah, the drill amount. Spare me some trouble. And good. Very nice.
Your return is most timely. Of their own accord, my thoughts had turned to your task and the progress thereof. I confess, my imaginings tended toward the grim and bloody.
Weird camera work on you. Are we getting gazed on?
But you are here now, and I suspect such frivolous wonderings do little justice to the reality of your travails. Tell me, what did you learn of Iceheart? Indeed, and this transpired at Snowcloak? Of all the highlands, that towering wall has borne the worst of the region's brutal shift in climate. So inhospitable has Snowcloak become that we have still to survey the area in its entirety. Could its frozen heights conceal the heretics' hideaway? Mayhap a more robust reconnaissance effort is in order. Putting such considerations aside for the moment, we still know far too little of this Iceheart. That she is capable of commanding such a band of fanatics bespeaks natural authority, and no small measure of charisma. As much as I would like to fathom this mystery with you, the situation has grown beyond my personal purview. I am bound by duty to inform the Temple Knights and request that they bring this matter to its conclusion. Given the glowing reports the new commander has garnered thus far, I am certain that they can be relied upon to take appropriate action. Though Iceheart's true identity yet eludes us, you have provided us with a point from which to begin. Sometimes it takes but a single stone to prompt an avalanche. On the matter of the stolen provisions, I have already made arrangements for a second shipment to be sent to Revenant's Toll. I could not well allow such an honorable venture to be undermined by one miserable setback.
It is funny to hear a voiced cutscene when it's just like essentially a monologue. I feel like I usually think of cutscenes when they're voiced being like, oh, we've got a lot of characters talking to each other, and so we kind of want them to be able to do it, you know, voice acting. You're not just reading them going back and forth all the time. This is just Orshafont talks at you for a while. Alright. Right on, right on. Hey, do I need any? I'll just do my current. Oh, it's a little bit better. Probably after this is a good place for me to stop. Seems like a natural break in the action once we've formed the company. And presumably there will be some amount of shenanigans beforehand. All like 5 of our recruits, I guess. Maybe we got more from elsewhere. There's one just right outside. Huh? Yes. Ultramarine uniform. This guy looks like he's got sterling reasons for joining up. I guess sterling silver reasons, am I right? Ah, cha 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 cha. Oranges. Hang on. What are we looking at? Hope this fares better. It's like, yeah, still nothing. They remain a mystery. Why are you so high up? Oh, I probably gotta go around the back way up there anyway. She will not be forgiving you. Not a forgiving type, I'm sad to say. Hey, this guy. New captain. Oh, we got a couple of people out of Evergreen. It's like. Not being exhibitionism, allegations. The parlance. Oh, real.
Comrades, your presence here this day signifies the momentous choice that each of you has made. With your strength now pledged to the Scions of the Seventh Dawn, you are beholden to no single nation. You stand as the vanguard for a united Eorzea. From this moment forth, I declare you Crystal Braves. Let us mend this fractured realm and face our enemies as one. Whether it be the Beastmen and their primals, or the conflict in Carteneau, it is plain that the nations of Eorzea cannot solve the problems which plague the realm. Thus does it fall to some few heroic souls to succeed where they have failed. Come, take your place at the Scion's side as guardians of Eorzea, and together we shall fight for the freedom of all! For the freedom of all!
They get a cool salute. How come we never learned that salute? I guess the hats are optional.
A rousing speech, Alphino. Or should I say, Crystal Brave Commander Leveilleur?
Please, Antecedent. The title is honorary. I shall not be leading the troops into battle, as it were. We are of the same purpose. Let us join hands and do what must be done to save this land.
The Scions stand ready.
We'll see what the next thing is. This might be the end of a patch.
I'm eager to see what the Crystal Braves might accomplish. This shall prove an interesting time indeed for the Scions. Yes, I'm listening. So our worst fears are confirmed. The entire Isle. Such power defies comprehension. Truly? Kryl is alive? Thank the 12. I see. Pray, inform me if her condition changes. Yes, I shall pass on your words to Urianger. My thanks. I shall contact you anon.
I'm here.
When I learned of the loss of the Isle of Val, I dared not hope that my friend had survived. Yet, by some miracle, it would seem she has. She's still to regain consciousness, it is true, but better that than death. Putting this happy news to one side, we must now endeavor to make sense of the readings taken by the survey party. It appears the etheric disturbance which accompanied the Isle's destruction is of a magnitude alarmingly close to that of Ultima. Could the Ascians be responsible for this devastation as well? I wonder. Have you heard aught from the Mother Crystal since the battle with the Garleans?
Oh man, she eepy.
Then she speaks to neither one of us. Heidel's silence portends naught but ill, I fear.
Had a hard go of it.
Louisoix, I pray you yet watch over us.
Surely this one will get. Foreshadowing. Oh, we get to see inside Ishgard for the first time. Get a peek. Oh no. Oh no. It gets worse. Now there are two of them. I forgot they just tell you straight up, like, this dude's evil. Here, like he's being puppeteered by Cassians. I thought that was more of a like back and forth, you know, they're like, ooh. What's going on with him? Hmm? Does he mean well? Is he actually out for good? They're just like, no. It's Asians. Okay. we'll do it next time. Got through, I think basically I've been kind of getting through a patch each session, which has been a pretty good flip, all things considered. So hopefully that continues apace, and in a couple sessions we'll be into Heavensward. And then who knows how long that'll take. We'll see. Anyway,